This is the Lincoln 225 arc welder that I just picked up. This one's pretty much a freebie for obvious reasons. This was used pretty much daily on someone's rig before I got my hands on it, then the person passed, and well, here it is. So the motor's locked up, and it'll probably go to the scrapyard because I don't think I'll be able to get this one broken free, and everything's all crusty. But they got the leads, which the guy cut for some reason. I guess copper scrapping. But anyhow, I'm going to give it a shot. I put some PB blaster down the cylinder and some WD-40. So we'll put a socket on here and see if we can get this thing broken loose. So we got some good and some bad. I pulled the little shroud thing off here to get access to the flywheel. And just a side note, the weakest whole part of this entire thing is probably the nut that holds the flywheel on. Anyhow, we got some movement out of her, but I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show this. You can see rust pitting inside the cylinder, and my crappy camera is probably not going to pick that up. And we got some weird, I don't know what this is, but it's not oil. Well, it was oil, but it smells weird. Water definitely got in this thing. But it is turning now. That's a sign of it. Set the tripod up here so y'all can get the branding in. You can see getting some motion out of it. It's a lot more. I've just been rocking it back and forth, and it's sloshing the PB all over the place. Ow! We're getting her done. You can see all this PB blast that I put in here. It's splashing all over the bed now. So, means it went in. Where can I put this thing so that y'all can see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Point is, we're making progress. So I'm going to keep rocking this thing around. And once I get some full rotations out of it, I'll turn the camera back on. Y'all are just going to have to take my word that water, all the PV blasters coming out of there, it's splashing everywhere. So I got y'all out of the splash zone for now. So as we can see, where it is turning, it's turning pretty smooth. But it's when, judging by all the stuff coming out, it would be on the left piston here is getting out towards the end of our cylinder, is where it's getting stuck. And that's where that rust could have really messed with things. Yeah. That's just nasty, all this stuff that's shooting out of here. So now I can really show it. If you take a look at all this water and crap that's been thrown out of here, see how it's like mud? That's rust that got in there. In fact, I think what we're seeing here, again, I can't really show it, the tip of the piston looks all rusty. But that'd be mud and rust and just junk shooting out of here. So we'll keep rocking her. Worst comes to worst, we'll pull a motor off this thing and open up the bottom end. Well, the camera just cut off right as this dumped for some reason, but there's liquid and crap everywhere. We're going to have to clean the floor later. So, spin her over. Our poor piston is stuck in there because of all that crap that it's got to push out. But that ain't even all my PB blaster. That's just years of this gunk and junk and nastiness all stuck in here. liquids and stuff don't compress, given that I don't know that this stuff is even liquid, but that's why yeah, that looks like baby shit right there. That's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. Be back in a minute once I straighten that out. Y'all are about to witness what happens when you leave something in the rain for God knows how long. We're going to see a mixture of mud, dirt, and PV blaster come out. We'll make sure y'all get to see this side because you didn't get to see the other side. So I'm going to pull my hand back as soon as I get this out. In fact, I'm going to angle y'all down a bit more so y'all can see the pan. Ready? Okay. Ease up. Grab our trusty screwdriver. Oh, I missed some. That's why. Bottom 4 bolts only done and shorter. Ew. So there you go. That side's not bad. That's just oil and crap that went past the range. My guess is that the oil displaced the water and it rose above the cylinder, and now it's all running out. So, oh well, circle of life. So. Now, next step of the process, we can get a full rotation out of this side. So I'll zoom in. And the valves were moving on the other side. The one is open right now. So here, I'll try and keep the light on here and rotate it so that we can see that, in fact, it does turn. We're getting a little bit stuck at this point again. Check the other side. Yeah, we still gonna need some help on the other side, but I'll keep rocking her back and forth, cleaning up in there until we get a full clean rotation. Well, I managed to do it. We got her all cleaned up. This is the good side. This one barely had anything in it. A little bit of junk around the valves still. I'm gonna give it a final cleanup once I put the camera down, but I'm just showing it cleaned up. The other side, not as much. Got a little more work to do over here, but as you can see, it's at the point where it's worth putting the heads back on and moving on to the next step. And believe it or not, I didn't even have to mess with the valves. They're still free. I give it a spin, still a little bit stiff, but hey, valves are moving. Still stuck a little bit at the end there, but it's at the point where it's ready to do something. So I'm gonna put the heads back on and we'll check for spark and go from there, and then we'll move on to what I'm assuming is going to be a nightmare of a carb job and everything.